People were like in the comments, oh my God, why are you being so mean? Why are you being... No. And if you weren't fake talking about being being a girl's girl is actually telling a girl the truth and saying, babes, that is not it. You don't sit there and let her walk on road and she looks up.
Back to my channel, Capital J. Today we doing a video on we escaped the male gaze and somehow it backfired, and this is by a content creator named Janae Danielle. I'll drop the link to the video in the description as I usually do to give her credit for her video. Shout out to Janae, thank you for this content. I haven't watched this video yet, so we're gonna watch it together, and at any point in time, if you disagree with anything I say in the video, please drop a comment down in the comment section. Me personally, I actually like it when people disagree with something I said in the videos because it helps me give perspective. At no point have I ever thought that I knew everything. I'm just confident in what I do know, but I'm always open to hearing other people's or hearing your perspective on things because it's gonna help me grow. So let's get into the video and let's talk about it.
And uncut gems, I hear that all the time, but I don't care because the girls love it. The girls and the gays.
What we got going on here? What is everyone with the fit today?
It's great. That's why.
Every day, it's really getting old. Like, come on.
It's not even funny.
It is funny because you come here every day with a plain basic outfit. Like, find something new.
At first, it sounded empowering. I don't dress for men. I don't need their attention. I like being unapproachable. But then women started admitting that men don't approach them anymore. They feel intimidating or they feel invisible. Now we're in this weird middle ground where women would rather swallow jeans than hear a man's opinion. Compliments from other women fill that void. Now men are realizing that they're not the target audience anymore. And that may sound like a win until you realize taking men out of the equation is putting you in the gaze of women with even higher standards and no mercy. Now let's keep it real because I see it, so I know you see it. Women aren't dressing for men anymore, and it shows. And I know some of you are probably thinking,
Janae, you are never going to beat the pick-me allegations.
but hear me out. Because when I say that women aren't dressing for men anymore, I'm not saying that they have to. I'm just saying that it's interesting. Because women have spent years fighting against the male gaze just to start performing for a new one. But before we get into that, maybe we should talk about how we got there. Back in the old days, everything was male gaze coded. The way you dressed, the way you walked, how much skin you showed.
The S-bend corset started taking hold of the industry. These corsets would force the chest forward and push the hips back, creating an S-shaped figure.
For a lot of women, it wasn't for fun. For most of them, it wasn't for fun. It was for survival. Being desirable literally determined your options in life.
Young women who wished to find a suitable husband were expected to display their accomplishments, which were usually talents designed to show off their femininity and virtue. Top-tier accomplishments included the ability to sing, dance, play an instrument, and hold interesting conversation.
Women were expected to be soft, approachable, feminine, because the goal was to be chosen, or as y'all like to say, picked. You needed a husband, a home, security, and a lot of the things that men could do, women could not do. And that's just what women were used to until they started fighting back against it.
Welcome to the kind of...
So isn't this the 4B movement that I heard about, that I briefly heard about after I think the first time I heard about the 4B movement was after Trump won the election, and I started hearing about women talking about they're not existing for, you know, they're not doing anything for men. Like men can't get nothing from a woman at that time. Isn't this the 4B movement? Let me know in the comment section.
Power that sustained our grandmothers for 72 years in their struggle to get the right to vote. Welcome to the new wave of feminism. Welcome to each other. Welcome home.
So fast forward to 2025, we're in a way still fighting, but it's looking a bit different than protest and paper signs. And it's happening through our clothes, our makeup. This is where the downfall of the male gaze comes in, and it's looking a little bit more different than you think. For a lot of women, it's not about appealing to men anymore. It's about appealing to other women. And that shift is getting louder and louder. It's happening in our trends, in our makeup, in our clothes, fashion. The kind of stuff that men scroll past because they don't understand, but they're not supposed to understand. Because a lot of women, they do this and then they call it men repellent. There's men repellent outfits, hairstyles, and a lot of them are just jokes. But one trend that really stood out to me was basically a makeup look that made you unapproachable and intimidating. It could be made up of bold eyeliners, bright eyeshadows, big sultry lash.
Yeah, I listen. The one in the middle, I don't know what is that on the corner of your lips? What is that supposed to be? What is that supposed to mean? Is that it's working? It's working because I don't know nobody, no guys that I know would deal with that. But that's just me. Let me know if you fellas. Let me know if you disagree in the comments. You like that?
Is dark lip combos.
Have you heard of man repellent makeup? This is a makeup style designed with the intention of repelling male attention because of how shocking, outlandish, or bold it is. It's about creating makeup looks that cater to the female gaze instead of the male gaze.
For a lot of these women, they put this on as an armor to not get any looks or comments from men. And the more men came out and openly stated how much they hated the things that a lot of women love, the more the girls started to rebel.
Cannot stand a black chick with red lipstick. I just can't do it. I don't care. Any shades of red, I'm cool.
Currently, there's a shift in the way women perceive men's opinions. And look, I'm not trying to start a gender war, but let's keep it real. The moment men open up their mouths, women are already rolling their eyes. A man could say they prefer a woman in a sundress, and that woman will hit them with the, why do you feel entitled to even have an opinion? And the more men say they don't like something, the more women double down out of spite.
Ladies, if you're trying to go out on like a girls' night and just have fun with the girls and you want zero male attention, bro, throw on the new baggy jean pants. The baggy jean short pants that go down to your middle shin.
That's where this whole internet rebellion comes in. You'll see comments like, I wear this because men hate it. Or if a man hates it, I know I'm doing something right. Even outside of looks, there's this growing energy to not perform for the male gaze anymore. And at first glance, it feels like freedom.
How do we get here? Like I'm kind of unaware of this sector of the population on the planet. I'm kind of unaware. How do we get here? I don't actually. We'll talk about it later. I know exactly how we get here.
Now, we've talked about the downfall of the male gaze and how women would rather swallow jeans than hear a man's opinions about their looks. So, of course, they turn to the girls, the women whose opinions they trust. But what happens when those women that you turn to turn on you?
I'm gonna be so for real. I posted a video asking people to tell me their honest opinion of my outfit. Like if I could pull off these overalls, and I didn't expect people to be that brutal. The literal first comment I got in like 2 seconds of posting it was a bunch of like heart smiley faces that says, no. The second one just said, oh, with a ton of H's. And then someone commented, girl, this is not it. I thought I was gonna post this and people were gonna be like, oh my God, so cute. Or like, at very least, like, oh, maybe try like a different style. Now I know.
Well, your first mistake is going to the internet for opinions, right? My question to this young lady would be, do you not have friends? Do you not have men in your life that, you know, and I'm talking about like brothers, cousins, uncles, you know, a father, you know, men that you could go to that have no interest in you, that'll be completely honest with you and let you know, hey, like, if you're trying to find a boyfriend, this is not it. Whatever the opinion is based on the outfit that she wore. My thing is that do you not have any other resources or any other individuals that you could go to if you're asking for someone's opinion on how you look that's not on the internet? That I personally believe that the internet has given people that do not deserve a voice, it has given them a voice because they could drop down in your comment section. So you want advice from people that you don't know from a can of paint. And this is the problem with the internet. A lot of people started developing their personalities strictly off of the internet. And the further away from reality you get, the worse off that you are, because no matter what you think, your results are going to be set in reality. And you don't even know it because everything you do is based off the internet, which is not real. But that's just me. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section if you disagree.
The last time I'm asking for advice on the internet.
There's a huge rise of women going online, turning to other women asking for advice about their hair, makeup, outfits. And in hopes of getting constructive criticism, they get a whole lot of constructive bullying.
Please help me decide what to wear. This is option 1.
So basically, if you go back to watch that video, Hailey was asking what outfit to wear. So there was option one with like a white tank top thing. And then the second one was her throwing on the green jumper with like green Air Forces or something like that. And people in the comments are being very honest because Hailey asked for an opinion in it. So she's gonna get our opinions. People were like in the comments, oh my God, why are you being so mean? Why are you being... No. And if you weren't fake talking about being being a girl's girl is actually telling a girl the truth and saying, babes, that is not it. You don't sit there and let her walk on road and she looks up.
I came across a video of a woman going to a Love Island open casting call, and she was getting comments like, nice try, Love Island isn't for everyone, and even, why are you there? The hate was extremely unnecessary, and it also doesn't help the fact that comments like, you know damn well, are getting over 60,000 likes on posts just like this. It's a bit ironic because for all the talk about not caring what men think, a lot of these women aren't worried about men's opinions. They're worried about the ladies. In a sad way, it's feeling like less of a community and more of a panel of mean girls judging a runway. So instead of posting a video and thinking, I hope a man finds me attractive, it's, I hope the girls don't hate this. But for this girl we're going to talk about next, the girls, they definitely hated, and they didn't hold back either.
The experience in general. Yes. And the food.
Literally, just to dress up and have fun. You guys look beautiful. Thank you so much. You guys look awesome.
Baby, one thing I won't do is get on this app and tell somebody they outfit look cute and it don't. I don't give a if it was a man in a motherfucking dress. If that fit was cute, it was cute. Y'all mad that her dress was different. She don't look like everybody else at the prom.
Now y'all know if the internet doesn't like something, it will not be kept secret. A woman named Jalise posted her prom dress, most likely with the intent of receiving compliments, maybe some likes, or maybe even some jealousy. But instead, she just got a bunch of brutal comments. She really disappointed me. Is she serious? And it's giving Pop-Tart rapper, which, you know what? Y'all play too much. I'm not saying the dress is the most beautiful dress I've ever seen, but would I go out of my way to go on her page to comment my unpopular opinion? No, but that's the reality of it all, because the audience that you were trying to impress is the same one that will drag you for not doing it right. So
all right, so we're gonna cut the video right there. So this is basically what I take from it after everything that she said. I had this conversation a few months ago with the shorty that I was talking to, and the sisterhood conversation came up. And I just told her, I said, listen, from what I've observed for, you know, about 6-7 years now, what I've observed from the sisterhood is a girls type of sorority type of thing across the internet. However, what I've seen is it's very situation based. So what that means is 1 minute you're a girl's girl, but the very next minute y'all will stab each other in the back depending on one circumstance, or have y'all either will be the difference between y'all either being girls or y'all being ops. And that's what I've seen. Now, regarding the video, I don't know where we got here, because based on my travels, I don't really see too many females that are going out their way to not get men's attention, regardless of what they say on the internet or what they say to their friends. Actions always speak louder than words. Your actions are completely different from what you say. So a lot of times I just go off of what the actions say, and then I just go off of that, because that's pretty much what's in your mind and what's in your heart. You know what I'm saying? You can program yourself to say certain things, but when it comes to actually walking the talk, the walk actually shows how you actually feel. So I personally believe that based on, you know, the internet and people going to the internet to ask for advice on looks and things like that, yeah, nah, you're gonna get people's honest opinion, because, as again, like I said earlier, there are people that should not have a voice that have a voice because of the internet. And unfortunately, you have people that their whole life and personality is based off of the internet. So they're not in reality with anything. They're not in reality with the results. They're not in reality with the accountability. They're not in reality with anything, because everything is from off of an internet that has nothing to do with IRL. That's what I got to say. If you disagree with anything I said, drop a comment down, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna drop the description to the video in the comment section. Peace.